How about them Cowboys? Angry Cowboys fan. Born to battle. Some just means we never sell. America's team through thick and thin. When the sun shines bright, that's where we win. Angry Cowboys fan.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation? And Angry Cowboys fans around the world, y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. And as the draft gets closer and closer by each day, I've been taking the time out to chill and just think about my philosophies when it comes to team building and success for our Dallas Cowboys for the 2026 season. I've been sitting back just scrolling on X and seeing countless numbers of mock drafts from talking heads, beat reporters, content creators, as well as Cowboys Nation. Shoot, I've even contributed some mock drafts myself online, and the more that I see them, the more I think about what I feel could be the path towards success for our Dallas Cowboys moving forward. So let's go ahead and dive into my mind frame a little bit more during this Raw and Uncut. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, Raw and Uncut.
I'm being keeping it real. They keep it real. That's real.
All right, Cowboys Nation. With all the talks of different players being acquired by the Dallas Cowboys through free agency, there's also been talks of spending a majority of the draft capital on defensive players, which I can agree with. I can get behind that. I also believe that some fans believe the defense has to be number one in the league in order for the Dallas Cowboys to finally reach an NFC championship or possibly a Super Bowl. What's that old saying, Cowboys Nation? Offense sells tickets, but defense wins championships. You know, the more I think about that, Cowboys Nation, the more I honestly would have to disagree with that terminology just a little bit. You know what's best for the defense, Cowboys Nation? A balanced offense. An offense that can keep their defense fresh by chewing up the clock in the time of possession. That doesn't mean that your defense has to be absolute trash either, Cowboys Nation. We all witnessed this last year under Matt Eberflus. The thing is, was Cowboys fans asking for a top 3 defense last year? No, Cowboys Nation, we wasn't. We were asking for the defense to be at least middle of the pack to be able to complement the offense, i.e., complementary football. Another thing that I would have to disagree with is the fact that the Dallas Cowboys need a premier pass rusher the way that people have been portraying it these days. Would it be nice to have a Max Crosby type figure on the team? Absolutely, Cowboys Nation. I would love that. But I'm a fond believer in wanting the defense that can get stops. You know what I'm saying, Cowboys Nation? That could get tackles for losses and minimal gains on the ground from the opposing offense. A defense that can fly sideline to sideline and stop the run, as well as being able to slow down the opposing offensive passing attack. Let's keep it a buck, Cowboys Nation. You don't have to worry about a pass rush if the opposing team is running it down your throat and you can't stop the run. One thing the Dallas Cowboys weren't able to do was to get off the field on third down last year. No matter if the pass rush got home on the first 2 downs, we would see our defense faced with 3rd and 15 or 3rd and 20, but still give up a first down. And I know what you're thinking. Well, if we had a premier pass rusher, then that would limit the time that the quarterback has in the pocket to complete that long pass. But I tell you this, Cowboys Nation, it doesn't take a premier pass rusher to do all that. A strategic blitz package could have given the same results of a premier pass rusher in that type of third down scenario. And I remember speaking to the homie Sports Junkie recently, and I was telling him that I would rather have several edge rushers that could get after the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, several edge rushers that could get, 6.5 to 8 sacks a year instead of one player that could get me 12.5 sacks a year. If Donovan Ezeraku and Rashad Gary could get me a total of 14 sacks together, then the defense is as good as it would be with that premier pass rusher on it. And the rotation would be fresh as well, Cowboys Nation. And as it stands right now, Cowboys Nation, the Dallas Cowboys are linked to a couple of linebackers, as you guys all know, and I hope I don't butcher this guy's name, but Azeez Al-Shaair from the Houston Texans and Jordan Brooks from the Miami Dolphins per Nick Harris. I'll tell you this, Cowboys Nation. We are looking to just burn through those draft picks, aren't we? Those draft picks are like a $100 bill in the pocket of a homeless person to us, and best believe that both the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins see the desperation to fill that linebacker position for the Dallas Cowboys before the draft. Noticing that type of desperation, they're going to try and stick it to the Dallas Cowboys. They're going to try and tax the Dallas Cowboys to move off of those players of that caliber. This is why I am fine with getting someone in free agency. A player that doesn't take draft capital in order to attain him, in order to acquire him and bring him into the Dallas Cowboys. I understand that fans want the Cowboys to go all in with the capital and the salary cap that they currently have, but they do have to worry about the team in the future as well, Cowboys Nation. They can't take everything to the pawn shop for this 1 year. They have to think strategically. Selective aggression, Cowboys Nation. And I spoke about bringing Bobby Wagner to the team through free agency, but a number of Cowboys fans worry about his age, even though he was ranked in the top 10 in different categories last year. If Bobby Wagner wouldn't work, I would go with Bobby Okereke, and I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, but he's currently sitting there in free agency. You wouldn't have to worry about giving up draft capital or anything like that. You wouldn't have to worry about giving him a new contract next year. You can just sign him to a contract this year and not have to worry about too much salary cap issues because, hey, you can backload the contract. But at the end of the day, your defense is going to be as good as the coach getting them ready to play, Cowboys Nation. You can go out there and you can put the Avengers on the defense, but if the coach doesn't coach them up, it's not going to matter, Cowboys Nation. Talent will only get you so far, Cowboys Nation. It'll only get you so far until you need the schematics to take the defense to the next level. This is why I have faith in Christian Parker. I'll trust that he'll be able to teach these players the fundamentals of the game. He'll be able to install discipline on the defensive side of the ball, as well as be able to scheme them to success as well. I don't foresee him playing the bend but don't break style of defense that Matt Eberflus did last year, and I don't foresee him needing 11 All-Pros on the defensive side of the ball at once. The way I see it, the more All-Pro players that the fans want on the defense, the more it shows me that they don't have faith in Christian Parker's ability to coach these guys up. But Cowboys Nation, do I want Jerry Jones to go out there and get the green dot before the draft? You are absolutely right. Without a doubt, I want him to go out there and get this green dot for the Dallas Cowboys. I want to have this defense ready to be able to play a game before we even step foot into the draft. This way, we can truly draft for BPA instead of need, because if we're sitting at 12 and Jeremiah Love is on the board, we would be stupid to pass up on him. We could draft him and not think twice about it. That's if the top defensive players are off the board at 12. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. Cowboys Nation, what do you think about what I had to say during this video? Are you a firm believer that defense wins championships? Or does it take complimentary football from all sides of the ball to get it done? Y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comments section. If you are digging this content and you want to help the channel reach its current goal of 20,000 subscribers, drop a like on this video, share it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan, and if you're on your mobile device and you haven't used them up yet, make sure you hype this video. Doing so will help get the content out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans. They'll come over to the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel and want to become Angry Cowboys fans themselves. And if you are DC for life and you wish that the NFL draft was tomorrow, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release another video, podcast episode, or film breakdowns. You can catch the Madden 26 or College Football 26 gameplay on my other channel, the Angry Cowboys Fan Gaming Channel. I'll make sure I put the link to that as well as the gamer tag in the description. I'm not saying that I want to ignore the red flags from the defensive side of the ball. I'm just saying that I don't want the Dallas Cowboys to be forced to have to draft for need in this upcoming draft. Drafting best player available really hasn't done the Dallas Cowboys dirty in the past, and I certainly feel it wouldn't do them dirty now. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend now, you hear? and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.